feeling like a man out of time. I've been staring into space to get in tune. I've been waiting for the sand to fall behind. I've been looking for a face inside the moon. I've been looking for a faith to lead the faithless. Caught slipping trying to catch the speed of light. Every time I try to make a way out of my lateness, pulled over, got somebody reading me right. Cause we've been chasing after hours, counting minutes second hand, spending all of our tomorrows trying to come up with a plan. We don't call up information cause they don't know what we saying. No one knows. No one knows. We are woke up.
Bonjour tout le monde, ça va? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Right now, we are
in the French Riviera. So you haven't seen us for a while, and that's because we have been with our hands full. We're on set. We're filming our new television show for YouTube TV and Tastemade, Budget versus Baller. So today is our day off, and we're gonna make the most of it, as they say here in France, profiter.
And we're gonna profiter our way to Monaco.
Yes.
We've never been, at least I've never been.
I've been.
It's one of the smallest states in the European Union, and all I know is that it's a pretty baller place, but I'm super excited to check it out. We don't really have a plan, we're just gonna see where the day takes us, and we're taking you with.
We're also taking along our buddy Nathan. Let's go show you to him.
Assistant camera for Budget versus Baller.
Yeah.
Headed out to Monaco. Very stoked.
Have you ever been?
Never been. It's my first time in France, so.
Merci.
So we just bought train tickets. It's about a 40-minute train ride from here to Monaco. But it's lunchtime, so we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat at La Terrasse, a little restaurant set up right in front of the train station, and then we're gonna make our way to Monaco. So stick around. Let's go.
Lots of steps. Last breath. Staring in the void.
Yeah, I love how, like, even in a train station in France, you get legit food. Like, can you imagine trying to eat at like a bus stop in, you know, we're in this like town outside of Nice. Like, this is like right next to the airport, because we're going to be filming all around Nice and Antibes. So this is kind of a central location, but this is pretty good food for a train station.
Trying to find our friends like we're all just castaways.
So the train is going to take around 40 minutes. We'll be passing through Nice, and then eventually we're going to get off in Monte Carlo, which is like basically the capital city of Monaco.
Listen now.
On arrive à Monaco. Here's a bit of history.
Monaco is a sovereign city-state, a monarchy, and with over 19,000 inhabitants crammed into just 2 square kilometers, it's the second smallest nation in the world and the most densely populated.
Monaco's tiny size makes it a micronation, not to be confused with a microaggression, a microdose, or a micropenis. There are 6 micronations in Europe. All of them were established very long ago, and extra credit if you can name all 6.
The monarchy of Monaco was founded in the year 1297 when an Italian noble named Francesco Grimaldi disguised his soldiers as monks and captured the fortress here. His nickname was Il Malizio, the malicious one. Literally, disguising your soldiers as monks is some straight up Game of Thrones shit.
The Grimaldi family has ruled on and off ever since, a rock of surprising stability in the middle of European power struggles. And half a century before Meghan Markle, an American actress named Grace Kelly married into the family and became a real American princess. There's only 5 Americans who've ever married into royalty. Can you name the rest?
Does Meryl Streep count?
Yes, queen!
These days, thanks to lax tax laws, aka no income tax, 30% of the population here are millionaires. It has the highest GDP per capita in the world, and it's a mecca for luxury yachts and fast cars, especially during the Monaco Grand Prix.
The main site is the Monte Carlo Casino, where James Bond gambled against villains in GoldenEye and Never Say Never. But we don't really have a lot of money, so we're gonna try to take what we have and make it larger by going inside. Guys, it's time to gamble. Feeling lucky. It's been a fortuitous day. And how are you feeling? Are you feeling lucky right now?
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx it. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
First impressions?
First impressions, I've never seen a place with so much construction going on. That's what caught my eye right off the bat, which, as Marko brought up, is usually a good indicator of how the economy's doing. I've seen lots of smiling faces, well-dressed, lots of sports cars, and a lot of other people who are visiting, looking, gawking, drooling, maybe.
I know, it's kind of like the opposite of slumming. It's everyone just coming here to look at the rich and famous. And I think it's probably it's definitely the densest place in the world in terms of population. And the only thing that comes close to it is like Hong Kong. This is kind of like a European version of Hong Kong. And we're gonna be there in a couple of weeks. Anyways, I think it's time to take our per diems and see how we can parlay that money into something larger, potentially.
Or into nothing.
What's your game of choice?
I just like to keep it simple. Roulette.
Same with me. I'm putting it on black.
I don't know what I'm putting it on.
I've never done well at casinos personally, but so far we've had great luck today. I think things are gonna go well when we get inside. So.
But hold up, Nate just revealed a big reveal. What is the card that you're holding close to your chest?
I deal blackjack part-time, so we'll see what happens.
Oh dude, we have a whale right here. A whale walking in the
Whale
casino.
of a shark.
Let's not talk about that until after we play. If you want to actually get onto the casino floor and play the games that aren't machines, it's a 17 euro flat entry fee. I decided not to do that, but Marko and Nathan went in and, oh, that was quick.
It actually took us 2 minutes to lose everything.
10 euro each.
10 euros each. We decided not to go that far in.
Yeah.
Because the house always wins with machines, right?
Because I
The
think the
house
lesson
always wins, period.
I think the lesson is just don't gamble. You know?
Or like, don't do it unless you're like super, super, super rich. But Nathan did get a souvenir. That's what left of his 10 euros.
Big winner.
We did just go broke really fast, but I have to say that this building is beautiful. It's like Belle Epoque style, which is like late 1800s. Super beautiful. A time when, you know, France was the dominant power in the world. There was tons of aristocrats from all around the world coming here and spending their money. This is kind of like, it's a very, very interesting building. I love it. It's kind of like, it's cool style because it fuses like the metal of the industrial age with really delicate glass and beautiful neoclassical columns, and it's just a really nice architectural style, and it gives this whole place a really old-timey, old world, rich vibe, which is, it's cool for what it is. We just came around a corner and discovered the entire port of Monte Carlo. It's beautiful. This is really a port city at its heart, and this is a base for the super yachts of the world. It's bringing back some memories because back in the day, before we started this channel, I spent 2 summers working on ships or trying to work on ships. The first summer, no luck, but the second summer I did get a job on a yacht. Nothing that was quite like this. I was a deckhand. We sailed from Palma to Ibiza, Barcelona, Saint-Tropez, Nice, and then to Corsica and Sardinia and the Amalfi Coast. But we never stopped here in Monaco. But the funny thing is that I am actually seeing some of the boats that I applied to, because the way that you get jobs on yachts is you walk up to them at the docks in the morning and just ask them if they need help. It's all word of mouth. It's all total luck. I was denied many times by all these boats. That's because of a complete lack of experience. But it's a crazy place. It's a good way to earn money if you want to earn some short-term cash for a job that is lots of hours, but no expenses and really well paid. Crazy. The entire city is built on this cliffside, and the roads just go back and forth, which is why they have the Monaco Grand Prix here, because it's a really intense driving course. Like, if you're going super fast and you have to make all these hairpin turns, there's really not much room for forgiveness. So the Monaco Grand Prix just happened shortly before we were filming this, but you can only imagine how fast these cars get here. There's certainly no shortage of luxury cars, and the Grand Prix is obviously like a different level of fast, but it's still just a really cool landscape, and there's a reason why James Bond came here to gamble and also to drive. I believe he had a Maserati GoldenEye, I think, or an Aston Martin, I can't remember. But it's gorgeous. I mean, we can't really afford to do much here, especially after losing our 10 bucks in the casino, but you know, hopefully we're gonna try to find something that's free. You know, at least the bag check at the casino is free. It's about the only free thing we've seen so far. I doubt the beach is free. I want a cocktail, but I doubt that's gonna be cheap. But you know what? We're having fun.
So one of the first things I've noticed here is that there is construction happening everywhere. Every building is being like renovated, and there's cranes, there's, you know, jackhammers. It's kind of insane. I think because it's so small and so wealthy, just doing a little bit of remodeling is no big deal.
That's probably because, like, with only 2 square kilometers and the world's highest GDP, every single inch of property here is worth a lot of money. So if you can improve it, it's worth even more. But usually cranes in the sky is a sign of a good GDP, a good economy. And I think that a tax haven like this in days like these, it's probably flourishing.
Okay. Here we go. Are you ladies ready? Yeah. 3, 2, yes. Yes. All right, give me some more, give me some more. There we go. That's real, that's real. What's up there? What's up there? Anything up there? Yes, yes. Yes, yes, no, no.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Dude, these turns are insane. This is why they have the Monaco Grand Prix here, because this whole town is just built on this hillside, and there's a ton of hairpin turns. So obviously during the days there's like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Maseratis, all those sports cars. But during the Grand Prix, they're actual sports cars, like, you know, track cars. You can only imagine the speeds they can get, but most importantly, those cars have really fast brakes, really good brakes. They can slow down in order to make this pin without crashing in the hotel. I definitely would love to come see that event. It would be excellent. And look at that guy.
I'm not gonna lie, I have never been this happy to find a Starbucks before in my life. And I'd have to say this is probably the Starbucks with the best view in the world. Maybe?
Peut-être. Possibly. Could be.
Yeah.
He's pretty blasé for first time in France, first time in Monaco. You're like, yeah, I've seen better.
Yeah, it's alright.
You know. It's no DFW Applebee's.
Oh. Yeah, there's not many things that top Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport's Applebee's. That was quite a patio. The city feels very manicured. They have lots of little parks, and the parks have trees from all over the world. But yeah, it's just very interesting. It's a beautiful, beautiful coastline with the mountains, you know, crashing down into the sea. You know, these are the beginning of the Alps, really, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely different, and it feels very voyeuristic. I think a lot of the people who come here come to just kind of look at the wealth. You'll see people lining up, waiting their turn to take a photo in front of like a Maserati or a Lamborghini. But I feel like it's one of those things where people come to Monaco just to get a feel of what it would be like to be a millionaire. Kind of weird, but kind of cool. All right, well, we are recaffeinated, rehydrated, and we're on our way to the beach. Dun da da da! This is what we have been making our way towards all day. Quite literally sweating our huevos off to get here, and here we are. Marko, where are we, dude?
We're at la plage. Nous sommes arrivés à la plage de Monaco. I don't know the name of it, but here it is.
Are all of the E's and the A's, are they all necessaire?
I don't know if it's nécessaire, but I know what is nécessaire is a cocktail. So I hope that we can get a cocktail on the beach. That'd be awesome.
Should we do cocktail first and then swim, or swim then cocktail?
Swim then cocktail,
Okay.
and then swim again.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah, a little sandwich.
Yeah?
Swim, cocktail, swim, sandwich.
Swimming and sandwiches, I don't know if that goes together very well. Like bread and water, they just kind of dissolves. Soggy bread, not a fan. But I am a fan of a swim right now, so let's go. We've been waiting for this moment all day. It's time to get into the Mediterranean.
It's been a good day.
It's been a great day.
Finishing the day sipping cognac and amaretto from plastic cups on the only slice of free public beach in the whole place.
Well, there's only 2 kilometers of coastline, so I mean,
It's only 2 square kilometers, period. So there's not a lot of space to choose from. But we're at the one place that's not charging us up the A for being there, simply being there.
This is a very interesting little country.
Very little.
Very little, tiny.
Micro, in fact.
Indeed. I think it's fascinating to kind of watch how the average person engages with Monaco, because it really feels like that was a sports car. There's a lot of those here, and I think for the average traveler, the average person who comes here, it's just a really fascinating insight into the lives of the super rich, and it's kind of like watching, you know, $1 Million Listing or $1 Million, you know, yacht or whatever in real time. Having come here, experiencing it, it is a beautiful place, don't get me wrong. The scenery is incredible, but yeah, you know, I'm not really in it for the Lambo. I'm in it for the Ferrari, no.
I think it's been interesting for me as a throwback to the days when I used to work on yachts. Having worked in that world, I got a view up close and personal to a lot of the excesses of this sort of lifestyle. The amount of money that's being spent here is a lot, and people come here to try to look at the rich and famous, but having worked on a yacht, I can tell you that like what the owners were doing most of the time was literally just looking at their iPads and scrolling Instagram. So like in terms of like the difference between normal people and rich people, I don't think there's a huge difference. I think a lot of it is a bunch of hype, but it is cool like to see it. This is kind of like a theme park. It's kind of like
so much like that. It felt like a zoo, like a
rich person zoo.
A rich person.
You're like
zoo.
on safari. You're like, oh my god, here comes a Bentley.
Look at that.
I think it would suck to actually be rich and live here because although you do get tax breaks, when you walk anywhere, you're probably like when you drive anywhere, you're driving in a Bentley, a Maserati, whatever. People are taking photos of you everywhere. You're getting people watched, and it's kind of like the opposite of slumming. It's like literally the inverse of slumming.
Wow. Deep.
Mind blown.
Mind blown.
Mind blown.
That being said, it's a beautiful place. I had a super fun time today putzing around. The coastline is gorgeous. The people were friendly. And yeah, I think for a quick little day excursion, I think we crushed it. So cheers, bro.
Cheers. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Nathan, for being such a good travel buddy today.
Indeed.